So for our core stability exercises, what we're trying to do is to get the spinal muscles to work to stabilize the spine, in other words, to prevent unwanted movements, rather than getting them to perform an exercise where they produce the movement. So a sit-up type movement is the muscle trying to form spinal flexion, create spinal flexion, whereas what we're trying to do is to get the muscles to tighten to protect against excessive movement. So we're starting off in 4-point kneeling, and one of the first things we notice in this particular subject is that she's quite flexible, so her lumbar spine has increased the lordosis. Now that's neither good nor bad, but we need to protect against it because we don't want to get hyperlordotic and to increase that still further. So I'm going to reposition her so she's into the type of lordosis that she would have in a standing position. All right, so we want to focus onto the abdominal muscles. And one of the ways of doing that is to just use a belt, and the belt goes around the waist. And what we do is to get her to relax her tummy muscles into the belt and then to try to pull them away from the belt. So if you relax your tummy as though you've had 26 pints in the Vindaloo, and then squeeze inwards and draw away from the belt. And again, relax and then squeeze inwards. So try and perform 5 repetitions of that, but without moving your spine. So keep this part relatively still and just isolate it to your tummy muscles. Okay, so we would spend some time on that to try to get her to be able to perform that movement. We've got a number of teaching aids, so where she's got that hypolordosis, I can position a stick here, and if you just drop your head a fraction and now look at the front edge of the mat, so I can align the head here and just draw your tummy muscles in a little bit so I can align the lumbar lordosis here. Alright, so at the moment, as she's kneeling, she's supported by 2 legs and 2 arms. So if I take one arm or one leg away, obviously there would be a tendency to drop down on that side, and the act of preventing that drop is what we're aiming for. So the first thing you're going to do is to tighten your tummy muscles a little bit, and then you're going to lift this left knee up by 1 inch. So just hold that there and then relax down again. So I'm just encouraging her to weight shift across, lift the knee, hold it, and then drop down. And once you can do that comfortably, we lift and then straighten the leg, leading with the heels so we don't get cramp. And then we've got our full extension movement, and drop the knee down again. And again, try to keep yourself aligned along the stick and drop down. So this is our bird dog exercise with the legs. You can do the same with the arms. So if you straighten your right arm forwards, just keep the legs still, straighten that forwards, and then come down. Same thing again, straighten forward, just turn so that your thumb is facing the ceiling, hold that, and now straighten the opposite leg. So we've got that action, and you can see the spinal exercise working the erector spinae, working the abdominal muscles at the same time, and just drop down again. And again, just try 3 repetitions. Lift, hold, and lower. Try to maintain that alignment of the spine so we're not dropping down. Lift and lower. So that's our bird dog exercise, working from a stable spinal position.